Well, overall, I would say it is a message of hope from Tacloban. The entire humanitarian community who works here, I think, is impressed by the strength of the people, communities, and the government in rebuilding what was a devastated place. There's a tremendous amount of work left to do, but given the short period of time we've had since the typhoon, I think the progress is very impressive.
You know, we're looking at pictures of the devastation that was caused in the aftermath of when that typhoon struck in early November. Still, hundreds of thousands of people are displaced, living in makeshift shelters. We mentioned in our introduction to you that Christmas is approaching. I mean, how are people feeling at the moment?
Well, I think for a deeply religious Catholic country like the Philippines, it's a very important time for the people of Tacloban. And the best way for me to describe it is to refer to the slogan that the Taclobanians have adopted, which is translated, "Tacloban will rise again." There's a tremendous sense of relief for the people who've survived. There is lots of grief for those who lost their lives. But there's also tremendous energy to rebuild and an amazing level of gratitude towards the international community. I have rarely worked in an emergency where you get thanked so much and so genuinely by people affected by the disaster on a daily basis. So there's a tremendous amount of gratitude to the international community, to people like me who do work here, and but most of our gratitude as aid workers must go to the people of Leyte province here. They have they are overcoming what is a tremendous disaster, but in a spirit of community and hard work that is pretty amazing.
Yeah, incredible to hear that from you, and also from the people that we've spoken to on the ground. It seems that their resilience, I mean, they are so robust. But when you look at the months ahead, what for you is the biggest challenge now in the relief operation?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is to transition from what is still, what I would say is currently the end of the real relief phase into the early recovery phase. This means a change of pace, a change of ways of working, building on the capacities that definitely exist, but also trying to look at the vulnerabilities that exist. A lot of people have, a lot of livelihoods have been damaged that will take years to recover. And in a lot of ways, we're trying to build back, work with structures, work with organizations, work with others in a way that will make this area, this country, more prepared and less vulnerable to future disasters. So there's a lot of work on disaster risk reduction and trying to plan to make people less vulnerable to natural disaster, which will be a feature of the Philippines for a very long time to come.
There was, Peter, a lot of criticism at the time levelled at the government and local authorities for not providing enough provisions to the people that needed it most and taking precautions when they knew that this typhoon was approaching. How are things regarding the people and local authorities now? Are you getting a sense that there is a support network around the people that need it by the government and their resources?
Absolutely. I think the Philippine government has just presented a master plan for the recovery of this region. The government coordinates very closely on a daily basis. The city council coordinates on a daily basis with the United Nations, with INGOs. The capacity of government departments, of government workers back at work. We in Oxfam work a lot with the water district. They've done an amazing job in putting municipal water supplies back to hundreds of thousands of people in a short space of time. So I would be hesitant to level criticism at the overall response or at the Philippine government.